So today I felt like playing some Nilfgaard. Haven't played some Nilfgaard in a while here. And I thought to myself, do I like Kolgrim? And the answer is no, so we went and decided to make a different deck. Now, for this deck, we went with a Masquerade Ball deck, as usually I enjoy playing Masquerade Ball. It's a very strong card, gives you it can almost guarantee you a round unless the opponent commits something just as good. And I like having that flexibility and option here. And I haven't seen many Heat Waves lately, although Siege is getting pretty prevalent, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get Heat Waved a couple times. Beyond that though, let's take a look at the actual deck. We have Usurper Officer. We wanted to evolve because we're playing Devotion, get to the full Usurper, all the way up to the Emperor. Becomes an Aristocrat, helps us out, gives us 2 Spyings for our statuses, helps out boosting our Seditious Aristocrats. It's a very good card when it comes down for 12. And then we have Joachim. Obviously, we were playing him along with Coup de Grace for big points. That's pretty much it. We're playing him with that for big points. It's very strong. Doesn't activate Masquerade Ball anymore. That's fine. We have Brathens. Brathens comes down for a good amount of points as well, and he's one of our only proactive plays, although you don't want to really throw him down first, but you can if you really need to. The issue with this deck I found is that it doesn't have too many proactive plays if you're going first, or the opponent removes your first play, but it's something you can work with. So yeah, Brathens is really good. His targets here are 1 Duttish Informant and 1 Emissary. Mage Infiltrator, I'm not so sure about anymore. It used to be alright because you could answer Dragolarvas with it. With Dragolarvas having 2 armor, it doesn't kill it anymore, so I don't think it's really worth including. Let's see, then we have Coup de Grace, and Yennefer's Invocation. Oh, we skipped over Vincent. Vincent's fantastic. I love Vincent. Destroy something with status. The best is if you destroy Defender, but you can obviously just put status on anything and then destroy it. It's very good. Invocation, remove something big. You can use it to remove their big thing. If you have your second Coup de Grace, well, you have Coup de Grace. You can use one on Joachim and you have another one for the next round. If you can Invocation something big and then play it off with the Joachim for your last play, it's very strong. Invocation is really good. Coup de Grace we mentioned. Dead Man's Tongue. Currently it's bugged where it lets you see your deck in order. This is not intended, but it's not the biggest deal. They said it's fine and they'll fix it coming up. So for now, Dead Man's Tongue shows you your deck in order, which it isn't supposed to do, but it shows your deck in order, so we'll be using that because it lets us see our deck in order. Also banishes our cards we don't need. Probably going to be an Emissary. At some point, maybe Fangs the Empire. Those kind of bronze cards. Although if you go to round 3 and you're missing a big card, say you didn't draw your Officer, right, or in some awful scenario you didn't draw a ball, you can Dead Man's Tongue it for like plus 15 or 12 on a unit. Not a bad finisher. Then we have Fergus. There are a couple options here. One was Artorias Vigo, but I dislike playing Artorias Vigo when I have more than 3 bronzes because I like the consistency from having him always see the same 3 cards. So I cut him and put in Fergus. Fergus is a 7 for 7, gives 3 Spying. Now he's a 10 for 7 if you have a Seditious Aristocrat out, or you're planning on playing one, because those Spyings to be worth more points. He's also an Aristocrat, which helps out with the scenario. We have the Cupbearer, Poison's good, Purify's good, he has both. If you play him in the same round with the Masquerade Ball, you can actually activate his Assimilate a couple times, or if you have Brathens, it gives him a couple more points. Vanamar, so I was originally playing 2 Assassination or 2 Coded Weapons, or 1 of each, and that's fine, but I like Vanamar, and I wanted to use Vanamar because being able to destroy something with Lock is valuable for things that are out of range of your damage spells, right? Because you have the Imprisonment activation, so if there's ever something you need to answer, and you have Vanamar, you can imprison it, and then destroy it. Now, we're using Magic Lamp because we don't have many proactive plays, and it makes Emissary into proactive play, which helps. This could be a Collar, although there's already enough locks. I think we're fine without Collar, but you can make this a Collar if you want Vanamar to go off more, but I like Vanamar, so I'm using him. And then we have 1 Assassination. This could be a Coded Weapons. You could put it down to a Tourney Joust if you're facing a bunch of Northern Realms Witchers. You're going to kill her the Griffin Witcher Adept. That's fine too. We have Roderick. Just look through 2 cards and play one. Just search our deck for what we need. Adding Vanamar instead of a second Tactics here does make us have 1 more target to look through for Roderick, which is something to keep in mind if you're worried about consistency and always seeing Ball. Probably take out Vanamar, but I wanted to use him, so I think I already said that a couple times. And with Seditious Aristocrats, Seditious Aristocrats is very good. I used to play more of the, what's it called? The other aristocrat, Thirsty Dame. As Thirsty Dame is an engine, gives you a point. Well, they're both engines. Thirsty Dame gives you a point every time you give something a status. The reason that I stopped playing Thirsty Dame and went over to Seditious Aristocrats is because I realized Seditious Aristocrats, you get the points either way. Thirsty Dame, you play it, they answer it. It's very, well, from what I've played, it's very heavy, very control-heavy meta right now, and engines just die. So that's why we're playing a non-engine based deck. But the Seditious Aristocrats, if you have the Spines out already, you play it and it boosts itself, so you don't have to worry about it dying before it gets value. So you can Fergus, and then next turn play Seditious Aristocrats comes down for 7. That's much harder to answer. Then we have Blightmaker. Blightmaker is so good. You move a card from your deck to the top of some Mage, spawn the Guardian. Obviously we want to move Mage Assassin. And you move Mage Assassin, comes out. It comes out to an 11 point play. Because you get 4 off the Blightmaker, then you get 3 from the Guardian, then you get 2 from the Assassin coming off your deck, then does 2 damage. It's 11 points. It's fantastic. It's not the most ideal going first play, because you lose out on the 2 damage, but it's not a bad option. And the other thing is with the Blightmaker, is you can, if you need to, move your Masquerade Ball to the top of your deck in round 2 or something. Because you won't get either of the effects, because it's not a unit and it's not a special card. But you can do it if you need to see it. Because if you look through Dead Man's Tongue, this is the big one, if you look through Dead Man's Tongue and you see that you are not going to get it, then you can move it to the top. And then use the Dead Man's Tongue to banish the Mage Assassin. You're not going to move it to your top, so you don't draw it. And then we have 2 things. The Empire for poisons. Van Morlem Hunter, it's Aristocrat, has lock, you can give bleeding. The bleeding's not great value if you're using it for that. You really want to avoid that. You want to get value out of the lock. And the Mage Assassin is an Emissary. This is the deck. Took a little longer to go over it than the last few times, but this is the deck, and we'll see how it performs. This time, we go on the ladder. Got our first opponent here. Let's see what we're going up against. Ideally we want to go second. But we can deal with going first as long as we get a few cards. Let's see what we are matching up with here. Looks like it's going to be Jackpot. Not surprising, Jackpot is very, very strong. Yeah, Jackpot's just amazing now. Now that it just the extra science where it boosts by excess coins just means that you don't need a coin spender. You just boost themselves. Then having coin spenders was the problem with Syndicate. Well, not problem with it, but it's an issue that comes up when you're playing it. Now, I don't really want this. This could be alright, but I'll put it back. We got both of our Blightmakers. Excellent. We are going first. Maybe could have kept Emissary. Thinking about it, I should have kept Emissary for this, but we'll go for a Blightmaker. We'll move to the top one of our Mage Assassins. There he is. There we go. It's only 9, we don't get the 2 points from the Mage Assassin coming off the top, but that's what it is. It's better than playing any of these other cards. We do have our Ball, our Vincent, and our Officer right now. He's getting 3 coins. I don't mind that. There's nothing I want to make sure we have Dead Man's Tongue for. It's not in our hand anyway, I'm just thinking about it. We'll go for our second Blightmaker, sorry. And then with the other Mage Assassin. And there's some more damage. The fact that this is such a strong proactive play for Nilfgaard really helps out the Blightmaker. I don't know if there's going to be a deck for Nilfgaard that doesn't use it for a while. These will get some more coins. We're going to see a Flying Redanian pretty soon. We have 1 poison in our hand. Is this going to get value otherwise this round? I don't think so. So I'm not playing Masquerade Ball. I don't want to. This isn't a card I want to save, so we're going to play it here. Even though this poison is only worth 2, we didn't have to play anything else for it. And then we'll play our Magic Lamp here. We're up by 24, but he's going to get a couple coins. He's got 6 points basically in his coins, and 3 in the Flying Redadians. We're up by around 15, I'd say. The issue is we don't want to play any of the rest of these. There's a Sewer Raider. Well, we can play our Hunter, but we only have him for Masquerade Ball. Let's see, our options here are can't play Vincent, won't play Officer, won't play Invocation, won't play Joachim without Coup de Grace, could play Brathens, won't play Masquerade Ball. So we could play Hunter and we could play Brathens. We'll play Hunter. I don't want to commit Brathens in case he's about to pass, which I think he might be. We have a fairly substantial lead. Unless he has some of his big cards like Professor or Junior or stuff like that. Alright, so he's going to pass. That's good. We can push and then save Masquerade Ball plus 2 Aristocrats for round 3. In which case we'll basically be guaranteed to lose round 2 and go down a card. Or we can commit our Masquerade Ball to this round, then save like Coup de Grace, Joachim for round 3, or go for all of them. I don't want this. If we get our Fergus or Dead Man's Tongue, that'd be really good. Alright, we have a share of 2 golds in our deck still. We have 4. We have a good chance to get Coup de Grace. 1 Aristocrat. We don't have 2 Aristocrats yet. So we'll save Ball and see what Roderick gets us. We'll save Ball for round 3, I think. As far as Ball goes, we want to play Dead Man's Tongue this round. Maybe we do play Ball. We play Ball, we go... We banish 2 with our Joachim. We banish this. We banish this. That gives us a 66% chance our non-golds are... That gives us a chance that our we banish some of these. Our non-golds become Aristocrats. Coup de Grace, that's Aristocrat. So we don't have an opener if we want to push other than Ball. I think we'd do it. We'll play Ball and we'll try and see what we can save.
Is it?
We should be able to activate it. And then we can see from Dead Man's Tongue. This is going to get Professored most likely. I want to push him here because I don't want him to be able to keep all of his good cards. Because in a round where the Syndicate player has all their best cards and I have all my best cards, I think he's favored. And I like playing Ball earlier. Although saving Ball is good for round 3. You don't want to save the Bronze Aristocrats with it, right? I don't want Seditious Aristocrat for one of my last cards. I want it in a longer round where we can get more Spyings out. So Dead Man's Tongue, probably banish you, probably Emissary, Tax Collector.
Corporations are people too.
Roderick gives us 2 golds. This combination wastes Fergus. This combination, we want to play Joachim first. That's what I'm seeing here. In order to play Joachim first, we want to play our Dead Man's. We want to lock something before we play Joachim in case we get Vanamar. It's getting a little complicated here. We could just place... Getting a little complex. When it's complex, we're just going to throw out Brathens. Just go for an Emissary.
Please wait, Your Excellency.
We need another turn. Because I don't want to waste some value here. If we lock the Tax Collector and then we destroy it with Vanamar, or we lock the Tax Collector and then we get like Cupbearer, there's no poison target, something to purify. There's a Physic. Now is when Cupbearer becomes good. There's Redanian. Let's see. If we go now, we don't have Joachim. We're gonna get poisoned. That's fine. I mean, it's bad, but I don't care that much. It's not game ending. If he poisons this, Joachim gets us something. If it's Vanomar, that's what we're concerned about. We could just Dead Man's Tongue Vanomar, but then that's not great. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to lock Tax Collector, so stop giving him coins, and then we can kill it if we get Vanomar, because he probably has a Purify. And we'll go for our Joachim here. Alright, that's not bad. It's a 15, so we're going to lose a bunch when it gets poisoned as well. Just poison here, the biggest. Going for a big push right now. He's going to poison definitely Brathens. Now I want to use Dead Man's Tongue still. We're going to play Dead Man's Tongue. Then we have the Seditious Aristocrats, comes down for 8 plus our second poison. We still have access to Ku. That's fine.
What can I say?
We always have Invocation. We can always lock with Imprisonment. I think that's his biggest engine. If we use Imprisonment, and we go Dead Man's Tongue, we'll see our deck order. Then we can see what Ku's gonna hit. Then go for Roderick. Let's go Dead Man's Tongue first though. We're gonna boost. Alright, so Kudra is the top card of our deck. Then Van Morlehem, so we get him off of our Vincent. I'll run and draw this Emissary. And that was a bronze. I don't think Assassinate's going to help us very much. Duchess is good from giving us a poison though, and let's give him some poison. So we'll get rid of this. Boost here. We get Ku next round. Okay, there's a Peaches. Oh yeah, I was supposed to use Imprisonment. That's okay, we can save Imprisonment and then use Invocation on this Saul. No, we don't want to use Invocation on Saul. But we can just destroy it with Vincent. Especially... yeah. Okay. We can put something on it from... if we get Cupbearer and Vanomar, this combo. Yeah. We're going to lock it with our... what we get off of Ku, if we get Ku. So we go Roderick. We go... please don't do what we want. Give it a poison. Go poison. Then we can finish it off with a poison. And we still have our Imprisonment and our Invocation left. We have a lot of points here. The question is, how many poisons did he keep? If we didn't keep a lot of poisons, our tall cards are going to be hard for him to deal with. Aristocrats can come down for a lot of points. I think round 3, thinking about round 3 here, we want to keep, if we don't beat him here, which it looks like he's falling pretty far behind, we might have a chance to. We have Ku, which won't be fantastic. And then we have General. I want to keep this for Ku. Alright, there's the Witchfinder. That's good. I want the Witchfinder in my deck. So that's our Invocation target here. I want that. We are able to actually activate the bounties. With Vincent, if we keep him. With Leader ability plus Vanomar. We can't really spend the coins. But I don't want him having it. And there's a chance we still have our Duchess's Informant. So we could actually get a coin spender, possibly. And it's a 7, which is probably the best value we're getting off of the Invocations. This aristocrat's gonna come down for a lot. Okay, there's Executioner. He's gonna have a lot of. He's probably gonna have to play Jackpot here, or not play, but use. I imagine using Jackpot. There it is. That's good. We got rid of Jackpot. He's gonna get 7 more coins here. Gonna give some bleedings. Pretty expected. Okay. Fair enough. Let's see. We go Seditious, Aristocrat, into Poison, into Kill. Yeah, like that. We go here. Goes down for 9. Clear Poison. Kill Saul. Slow up by 37. Got a couple bleeding, so it's not quite that much, but it's not nothing. That's for sure. General comes down for 12 plus 2 plus 2. 2 on Seditious and 2 on Thirsty Dame. That's what, 16? I think this guy's in trouble. I'm not sure what bounties he has to place. If he has Caleb, he might be alright, because Caleb can give him 3 bounties off of it. But if he doesn't have, like, multiple bounty placers, he's in trouble. There's a coin. Tribute 9 probably coming in here. Let's see what we got. Philippa, just a 9 steel. Okay. Spend your coins. It's a big swing, but it got another status out. It is a good Vincent target now. He probably has 1 poison left. Most likely, the most value you get off that poison is probably a Fistic. Let's see, that's probably, say is 4 coins, is 4 bleeding. And then we lose 14, that's 18. That's some 53. Vincent comes here. We go Usurper. Alright, well, where's Vincent? It's not bad. 12 points off Vincent. See what he has left. I don't want a leader here, but if he gets coins, we will. Well, we could have leadered here to stop the Witchfinder, but I don't think he has many bounties left. I'd rather save the luck for something that could get him points otherwise. Sigi, Profit 10. Good, we got that out of his deck. We're gonna get some bleedings here. Or if he doesn't spend. If he doesn't spend, we lock the Witch dude. Okay. That's fine. So he's definitely counting on killing this. We knew that. If we save Usurper, General, we're gonna draw into Coup. Coup plus leader should get us Cou's death blow, so I don't want to spend the leader charge. We're getting these 2. Then I think it's Duchess Informant. Oh no, it's the other guy. No, it's not quite right. I think we saved this for the next round. I think we just pass. I think we forced out most of his good cards. He has no carryover setup. He still needs to play a bunch more value. I think we'll pass. We're at 42 after these bleeds. He's going to poison us and that'll get him to the round win uneven. But, okay, he's going to look for the poison. I hope he doesn't get it. That'd be pretty funny. He probably has a poison in the top 3. If he doesn't, he's in massive trouble though. Kind of feels like he didn't get a poison. Yeah, he didn't. Alright, we're going to go up a card too. This push was very strong.
I fear it's far too late to suddenly turn neutral.
Without the Witchfinder, he couldn't get enough bounties. Oh, Ewald, and if we played our Usurper, we would have won. But I was concerned that he had a poison. Oh, we still won. Okay. GG. GG, my friend. It's awkward. GG. Looks like we're going up against Syndicate with crimes. Hopefully, I think we'll be alright. We're going first though. Let's see. We have a Blight Maker, that's good. We don't want Mage Assassins. This is not bad going first. 1 Aristocrat, 2, it's fine if we need it. 1 Poison by itself isn't great, so we'll replace that. Go for a Blight Maker. We don't want to boost with Emissary on our Magic Lamp because it'll be really big and we'll get poisoned. Let's see what he goes for. See if he does anything. There we go. That's the one thing I dislike about higher ranks. Like once you get to higher ranks, people take longer to do their turns. Alright, there's Swindle. So 5 or 6. Plus 1 from leader, so 7 coins. Not bad. We don't have a good play again. Could go for Dead Man's Tongue. I think let's go for the Emissary though. Let's go here. Just boost a little bit. That's not so massive. I'm concerned about getting poisoned. Bouncers. That's what we expected here. So Raider's probably coming out too soon. Assassinate's not finding any value here yet. I think it's Dead Man's Tongue time. We're gonna go here, here. This is nice. This is not nice. That's really bad, actually. Those are on the bottom. What we can do to get to that faster? Performance not too good here. Let's cut that out of our deck. We want both of these because we want to hit this and thin this. This is a Fang. How do we get to those cards? Let's we thin as much as possible. Maybe Roderick earlier than round 3, so we can thin another card out. We really need to get to Joachim and Invocation, especially if he's going to play Witchfinder and playing some kind of bounty version of the deck. Alright, there's the Coerced Blacksmith. Justice coming out.
For peace of mind.
Some boosts. He's pushing a little bit here. Still though, that is our assassinate target so far. Coin spender. Can lock the next spender if we want. Let's assassinate first because the lock's gonna get more value maybe. Lock that. I think we do. Wait, let's go. Lock away. We'll deploy our magic lamp now. By 11. He has 8 coins though. Trying to think what plays we might have to commit to. There's Cleaver. We'll have to play Brathens. We can put our spying in between so he gets less. What's it called? Less intimidate. Informant. It's not good. So we go Emissary here. Spawns at the end of the row. Let's put this guy here. And then we boost 5. Tunnel Drill's gonna come down probably. He doesn't have coins for Tunnel Drill though. So we'll boost here. We have aristocrats.
You're safe to be candid under my roof.
I'm not playing ball. Alright, where's your fee? There it is. Gonna go for one more. Rosefield, can't get any more. That's good at least. How much does this come down for? 1, 2. 2 spines comes for 6. It's not enough. Roderick, what do you get me? Vincent's good. Is there a lock? Vanimar's good. These are good. This is good. Not good. Okay. Not good. Alright, this should work. Roderick. What you want? Give some spyings out. You can have one, you can have one, and you can have one. And then we hit a lock somewhere. You can't spend anymore anyway, but oh well. There's nothing else with there's a chance, like if we there's a chance you can spend with it. There's nothing else here that has any value to lock. And we don't have any tall removal to kill the biggest thing with. Bank coming out. Blacksmith for the fees. Might have to lock blacksmith.
Better than paying tax.
I just have that many coins, I think it's fine. Aristocrats finally come down for some value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 comes out for 10. It's pretty good. There's only be 9. I think it's aristocrat time. It's gonna get good value. Not sure why he played that one charge right there, but he did.
Pop it. Has a nice ring to it. Has it not?
10 points off, so this just aristocrat's very good. Problem is now we have a ball with no. Alright, we took the round. Good. It's hard to keep up with this. I'm sure most people know that. It's kind of hard to keep up with the syndicate points. Round 1. I want to play Blightmaker, but I don't want to go down a card. We have Coup. We need to thin this Mage Assassin out, because our good cards are on the bottom. Or we could set one to the top. I don't think we need Invocation. We need Joachim though. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for our Blightmaker. We're gonna thin out our Mage Assassin.
Quite
9 points. He has no coins built up, so this should be enough to just pass next turn. That's what I thought. Do we keep going here? No, we want a longer-ish round. Because we don't have fully activations for any activations for ball, and pushing without ball is really risky, so we'll just pass. We thinned our deck. We can probably get to Joachim here. Probably get to these 3. Not these, not you. Not you, I mean. We definitely want you, and then an aristocrat. One more, because we'll have Usurper, Emperor will be an aristocrat, and then we'll have 2. There's a hideout. So we have to deal with 1 poison, the 2 brothers, point value, but we can deal with that. But we have to be careful about, so Joachim and Coup are last plays. Alright, we have 2 aristocrats, right? 1, 2. 2 more poisons is interesting. He's gonna poison his own stuff for us, most likely. Venomar is not fantastic. But it's not bad either. The thing we want, so we want these 2. So we're gonna cut you from the hand. Vincent. We don't need you for a aristocrat anymore, so we'll cut you and get Joachim, hopefully. No, aristocrats. It's really bad we don't get Joachim. Tried so hard. We thinned early, played Roderick early, but didn't get him. He's not the best here, because we'd have to play him last since the poisons, but it's always better to have him than not have him.
We'll need Fawn Z6 CV1265X for that.
Go for our ball. Do we want to lock this
A taste of
coin collector
Morgan,
guy?
Is it?
Nah. We have better targets. More valuable. Tainted Ale. I see where this is going. I see what's going on here. You get more value from Emperor if you play him early from the agent boosts. He has Veil though. Veil if he's playing Salamander. Which I think he is. He's playing Salamander. We need the Veil for last. So we have to save this for near the end of the round so we don't get poisoned. And we want to save our poisons for last 2 then. We just put a poison on different things, and then he is Salamander will kill his own guys. So, all that said, let's go for our Fangs. We're not getting a point off of our Emperor, but I'm pretty sure he's playing Salamander. And just get the poisons out. Ownermancy into Swindle. Yeah, there's the coins. High rolled it, didn't he? Doesn't matter. Don't want to kill that. Let's think. If we don't want to kill that, what do we do? This kills it. This does nothing. I guess we do kill this. Cupbearer.
The Van Morlehams have particular tastes.
We have 1 Veil. How do we get the most points of our last play? It's gonna be Vincent on a poisoned card, probably. Or Coup. We'll see. Madame Luzia. Tribute. Next tribute is free. Yeah, here comes the Salamander, everyone. Now, we can't avoid activating our... I think we'll go for the seditious ones here. We'll get one of these. Poison. This is going to be the first Salamander probably next turn. Using that little Salamander whirling around inside of the Syndicate symbol there. Purify all units in a row. Yeah, that's not a Salamander card. I don't know what is. Coup's never hit anything unless we do it now. So the best use of Coup is going to be imprisonment here. Death blow here. And we'll just play her for 6.
You hurt my girls, I'll rip your knob off.
So this is Salamander and Renew. I think we beat that with Emperor. He won't have anything of his own with poison, so he can't transfer to us with Hideout. I think we got this. He's got what? He needs 2 more coins here. There's Salamander. Do this. Emperor. We poison. It doesn't matter. We're gonna lose these guys. Whichever one we poisoned. We can't let him have it though. Vincent's basically a 3-point card here. But this is Renew, and then we win because he can't actually kill our guys. We take 4. We're gonna have 14 points left over after the poisons. He's gonna do 4. We have 11 points. He's only gonna have a Salamander. It's pretty bad for him. Renew. Go on. Yep. It's not gonna be enough. Yeah, go ahead. Poison everything. It's fine. This is doomed actually. Vincent gets us a point. Having ground control versus this is even more important than if it wasn't Salamander. Yeah, move the poison. Yeah, we're gonna Vincent you, just because.
You simply must pay my estate a visit.
There we go. Frost Salamander poisoned itself, so we could transfer it, but it doesn't matter in the end. We got him. No Salamander today. Back in the deck editor here then, what do I think about the deck? I like it, but it has a lot of decisions. So I wouldn't say it's a very good beginner deck. It takes a lot of thinking, and I'm not the best at thinking for it either. Although I would like to hope I'm good enough-ish. Good enough to at least explain some of it. Now, the cards themselves, Magic Lamp is good because we need it as a thing with Emissary. The big changes, the big cards here that we might adjust. Officer is fantastic with the deck, right? And Joachim is really good. You can cut Brathens if you want to. If you cut Brathens, you can cut Emissary and Informant. And then you can put in like a couple more going first cards. Maybe you can put in a Nausicaa Sergeant. Maybe you can put in Magni Divisions. An engine type card you could put in instead. Just know that all the engines get answered because there's a lot of control right now. Not every engine, obviously, but at least I've played against almost all control decks. Maybe not in this video, but overall. So, I recommend Brathens, though. He's fantastic. I think everyone knows that. Vincent. You can cut Vincent if you want to. Again, it's up to you. I like Vincent. If I were to cut Vincent, I would cut him for Heatwave, and then also cut Fergus, because we don't have Devotion anymore. And then put in Artorias Vigo. Then maybe downgrade something here. But I think Vincent's really good. It works really well with Imprisonment. You lose the 3 damage value on the Imprisonment if you go Imprisonment into Vincent. But Vincent being able to answer anything with Doomed, anything with Veil, especially if your opponent opens some kind of engine card, like say the Griffin Witcher who gets the Veil, then they does 3 damage every turn. You have other ways to kill it, but if they open with something and then put Crystal Skull on it, and you Vincent it, you get a lead in points in the round, and you can push them really hard round 1. So I think Vincent's fantastic, even if just for that. Invocation's amazing. You steal opponent's cards. It wasn't in one of the games I recorded, but earlier today we Invocationed their Prince on Sace. We played it off the top with Joachim. It's a 12 with Duel. Whatever your opponent's good card is, you take it with Invocation. And then you can use it yourself. Sometimes better in the case of with Joachim there. Who's fantastic. Goes with Joachim, goes with something else, right? So you play once with Joachim. We're not playing the... You can theoretically Invocation back your Joachim and then do the same thing next round. I don't like doing that. I think it's... Well, you take 4 points off the board if you Invocation in your Joachim, and then you coup de grace it next round, so it's only a 4 when you play it. It's valid to do sometimes. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. Dead Man's Tongue is amazing. Even after they fix the bug, I'm still going to be using it. It thins your deck by 2. That's really good. And then it boosts at the same time. So it comes down for, at minimum, an 8. Unless you're going to banish your Vanamar or something. If you're banishing bronzes, it's a minimum an 8 boost and a 2 thin. That's ridiculous. Love this card. Then we have Fergus. Fergus is one you can change out for Artorias. Fergus and Artorias Vigo I went back and forth between for a while. I like Fergus a little better, and I'm going to explain why. But Artorias Vigo is good because you have several targets. Right? You can hit Blightmaker, which puts something on top of your deck. Good. You can hit, especially if you, well, we don't play anything that we really want other than the Mage Assassins, but if you hit it again, you can stack your Masquerade Ball or your Joachim or something. Really good. But we have Aristocrats. Fantastic. Gives us a lot of points. It's an Aristocrat. Seditious Aristocrats is an Aristocrat. I don't know why I needed to say that. But it comes down for like 10 in the round. If you play Fergus in the round 10 or more, it's really good. Informant we're playing because we're playing Brathens. Informant is one of those cards where it's either okay or it's amazing. You play monsters, you put this on Andrega Larva, that's it. You got your own Andrega Larva. Then you play, hopefully you have Brathens to do it again. And then there's Fangs the Empire's Poisons. We're playing Poisons with the ball. Poison gives us status that only affects the one Thirsty Dame off Masquerade Ball, so I'm not playing Thirsty Dame in the actual deck, but it's still quite good. Then we have Hunters. It does lock. Vanamar destroys the lock. We can destroy it with Vincent. It's an Aristocrat again. We have Mage Assassins for the Blightmakers, obviously, and then we have one Emissary. Now what I was saying about Artorias Vigo. If we look at the targets here for Artorias Vigo, Seditious Aristocrats. Vigo is a 2, plays it, or 3. So we're just going to go with him being a base of 3 every time we play him in this scenario. These 3, when you play him, you might get Seditious Aristocrats. That's the choice you want. Would you want that? Probably not. It'll come down as 2 or 3, maybe, if you're not set up high. That makes Vigus about a, or Artorias Vigo about a 6, probably. You can get Blightmaker. Now, one of your Blightmakers then, either one of the ones in your main deck, or this one, will not put a Mage Assassin on top of your deck. So it'll be worth 4 plus 3, so 7 for 8. 7 for 5. That's fine. And you can always banish the one, if you do that, you can always banish your other one with Dead Man's Tongue, which is another reason Dead Man's Tongue is so good. That's fine. Duchess is Informant. It's good. One of the best targets for it. It'll hit something, hopefully. Things the Empire, not too good, because you don't have any other poisons in your hand, which comes up more than you'd think, because if you don't want to play Masquerade Ball. Usually, if you're going to play Artorias Vigo, it's probably in an earlier round. You're probably not saving him for round 3, although you could. You might not have enough poison. You might say you have like 2 poisons. The extra poison you get off this might not do anything. We have Morleham Hunter off of Vigo. Not great again, probably 6 points. Mage Assassin, you're just not going to pick it. It's 3 points again, and it doesn't even have the option for a lock like the Hunter would have. An Emissary is fine. I like playing Artorias Vigo when there's exactly 3 cards, 3 bronze units I want to play in my deck. He's fine and still good if you're not. But that's just when I like to play him, so he's not in my deck. And that's the explanation there. So Artorias Vigo and Fergus you can swap, and then you can swap Vanamar down to a second Assassination or a Coded Weapons. You can play Coded Weapons over Assassination if you want. It's preference. Whichever one you like better. It doesn't make too much a difference. But yeah, that's the biggest thing, is if you want to change cards and you want to try something out, I'd try Artorias Vigo over Fergus, and then Vanamar down to a Assassination. Personally, I like Fergus being in here. It gives us an extra Aristocrat, because Artorias Vigo isn't one, so we have another Aristocrat in the deck, another Gold Aristocrat. So importantly, we have 1 Gold Aristocrat, round 3 only. We're talking about ones that activate Masquerade Ball, so ones with Disloyal don't count for this. Purposes, we got 1, Vincent 2, Fergus 3. We have 3 Gold Aristocrats that can trigger Ball now, but one of them's only round 3. So in an earlier round, Roderick's better at finding you Aristocrat if you're forced to play ball early. But yeah, that's the deck. Let you guys know what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time.